Made the series name, and I'm workshopping names here. Places no one has ever heard of, unless you live there, I guess, but it's very unlikely that you do. We're trying to make it a little shorter. None of us are American. Well, then I'm gonna teach y'all something. All right, we're gonna be educating the Canadians today. America has so many places that just don't need to exist. I wanted to kind of go through states and find their least populated like little town, because I feel like it's actually really interesting to see why this place exists. Some of the rules that we're trying to do that I made up to keep it somewhat like fair: incorporated cities only. I don't know what the fuck that means. If you don't do incorporated cities, there's like 4 million places in every state that has nothing. No CDPs. I also don't know what the fuck that means. I'll never break this rule ever. It's too easy, bro. It's too easy. There's a place called like Flower Leaf Village or some shit in California. I don't know. But I was like, bro, that's too free. If he does it in Canada, he's pull up on me. Yeah, I'm gonna find your place by least populated cities. I did a lot of research for this, okay? Rule 2, must be fire, okay? The city must be fire and not on fire. But if it was on fire at a certain point, that does add points, okay? That does add a lot of points. And then obviously the third thing that I'm kind of grading off of is a funny name equals goated. That's just, I feel like there's no need to really elaborate on that. I feel like that's pretty obvious. Anyways, moving on, the next slide. So the first state, Alabama. All right, we're talking about Oak Hill, Alabama. Oak Hill, Alabama. All right, that's what we're bringing y'all to. It's an awesome little place. All right, I can see I put a little, a circle around where it's at so you guys can find it. So this like little circle here shows you where Oak Hill, Alabama is. And that's kind of a lie, right? Because it's like, it's not this fucking big, right? It's like, okay, so it's this actually in Oak Hill, Alabama. So it's this like county is Oak Hill, Alabama. Even saying that, like that's another fucking brutal ass lie, because that's just not true. This is Oak Hill, Alabama. This fucking little red circle is Oak Hill, Alabama. And if you believe me this time, you don't know me enough. I'm fucking a pathological liar, because this is actually Oak Hill, Alabama, man. This is Oak Hill, Alabama. These crossroads here. And even just saying crossroads with an S just shows that I'm lying to you, because it's not crossroads. It's crossroad. It's no S at the end of it. There it is, no S. But this little circle you see here, that is Oak Hill, Alabama. That is it. All right, we're gonna get some more information about it, right? So that begs the question, why does this small town exist? We're all wondering here, right? So a little brief history, let's get too in depth, but a little history here. So the people that lived around here, they had to escape the swampy lowlands that they previously built upon, because they had the plague there. They literally had the plague, and not just any plague, it was malaria. They had a malaria outbreak, and they had to leave their swamp to go to a hill that had oaks on it. And they're not creative people. They're not creative people. They say that oak, there's oaks on that hill. And that's all they fucking did. They said, we're good, baby. Wrap it up. We know what we're naming our town. So a little bit about them, right? Their motto, cinema. Sturdy oaks and sturdy folks. That's what they call themselves, okay? Their population, drum roll please, 13 people. There are 13 people that live in this technical city. 13. They get sturdy? I think they might. I mean, I don't know why they name themselves that if not, right? But this is pretty much a fucking retirement home, okay? But take a retirement home and then you just subtract everything that old people would need to live or be happy, because there's none of that, right? The median age here is 70. The median age is 70. Chat, 70. That's a lot old. That's old. And all they have, this is their grocery store, bro. This is the best picture I could find of it. It's fucking pixelated, bro. I think this was shot in 2008. That's their only grocery store on this little crossroads. You don't need resources if you're sturdy enough. I guess that's true. I guess if you're sturdy enough, you just don't need it. Also talking a little bit about their notable people are, right? I think that was the most interesting part. I was like, who the fuck is from Oak Hill, Alabama that I need to research about? Because there's got to be someone, right? There's got to be someone. There's a couple people. All right. So the first one that I found was Benjamin M. Miller. And I thought myself, there's no fucking way. Y'all know who Benjamin M. Miller is, right? Like, you guys have heard of him. You guys haven't heard of the governor of Alabama from 1929 to 1933? Are you kidding me? How have you not heard of him? We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel to find who was fucking born here and lived here. We have Benjamin M. Miller. He grew up there and then became the governor of Alabama. Awesome, man. During the Great Depression. Really fantastic for him, man. Really fantastic. The next person, actually a little cooler, I'm not gonna lie. Lillian Lehman, and she was an actress, and she was on Magnum PI, so that's pretty cool. That's actually literally the only people that I can find of any named relevance, anything that has ever happened in the 200 years of like history I looked through, okay? So that brings us to the most important picture of this town, which is a cemetery, probably the most used. Next, you're going to say LeBron James lived there for 4 months? No, man. Does the town know the Great Depression ended? Honestly, that's a great question. I don't know if they know. To go a little further in, I'm going to go over a little timeline here. 1894, okay? This is all the history. Their first post office, man. What the fuck? 1894 getting first post. That just sounds wrong to me. Maybe I'm fucking stupid. I feel like first post office is like 1760. I feel like they're late. And that also made me go, what the fuck, when I saw they got their first blacksmith shop in 1900. And maybe I'm also stupid. I don't know what blacksmith shops are for, but I'm just thinking of this tiny ass little town making fucking swords and shields. And we got World War I on the horizon. They're obviously not helping. They're obviously not a part of this. And then 1907, they got their first oil well founded. Let's fucking go. Drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, fucking drill. Their economy is booming. Booming. And then like a month later, the oil well was empty. They didn't have anything. And that shit is so sad, man. Drill for oil. Everyone's like, oh, fuck yes, dude. We're going to be on the map. And by the time they even they probably had like 4 families move there. And then like, oh shit, there's nothing here. We're all going to starve. The one grocery store can't support my 17 children that might die from malaria from the town over. So that probably didn't help. And then 1920, which is like before the Great Depression, the lumber chop baby chop boom happened. So they just were like, fuck it, dude, we're in the middle of fucking nowhere, let's just chop down trees. And they just started chopping shit, fucking do everything they could to chop shit. And then the Great Depression happened, so that got cooked. So they got nothing, bro. Every time they find something, fucked. Just fucked. It was like oil well founded, done. They actually went drill baby drill, nah. Chop baby chop, hell nah. Like, I don't know what else they could have tried, man. It's the middle of fucking nowhere. I mean, maybe they should have tried tariffs. Maybe they could have like tariffed Birmingham or something. I don't know. Kept the businesses there. But yeah, no, like literally that's pretty much it. Great Depression happened. They gained their town status, and then nothing has happened since like 1940. Their town has just declined, and now there's only 13 people there. That's the timeline. Fun fact. Okay, this is my fun fact. I like to find a little fun fact. The town gave more men to find, okay, I'm obviously fucking stupid, to fight for the Confederate Army in the Civil War than there are total people living there today. And I mean, obviously there's not a lot of people living there today, so maybe it's like, oh, fucking bum ass fact, but I'm just like contextualizing that. Imagine like them in the past knowing that they're sending more men right now to fight in a war that they are about to lose horrifically than they are going to have in the future. Obviously we're in the deep south here, so they were not fighting for the right side, you know. They did. They had people, and they sent them to fucking die. That town got to be a testing ground for stuff that violates the Geneva Convention. I mean, maybe that's why they're living so long, man. But I don't know what they're putting in that grocery store food, but it's helping. So that kind of brings us to like the end of our trip here, guys. So we're gonna miss Oak Hill, Alabama. Okay, 07s. Salute. We're leaving Alabama. It was a good spot. I think it's very interesting history. I really enjoyed it. Going on to ranking though. Very important part. Where I would rank this. I would move here is S tier, right? That's the top of the top. This place is actually so underrated. I would move here. Number 2 is you should go here. Like, I don't necessarily want to live there, but like you should go there for an extended amount of time, because worth a visit is like stopping on your way. Spend like a weekend, you know, like go on a trip there. Worth a visit is like, you know, you're kind of going in that area, you just stop by for like a half day or something, but it's worth, you know, checking out what they have. I'd maybe drive by it. Is like, I'm on a road trip and I'm like, I could take a 30-minute detour to go drive by this place. Fuck it, I'll do it. And then literally never, self-explanatory. Well, you aren't actually going there? Bro, what? Well, we'll see. we're gonna do our review and I'll tell you if I'm gonna go there. So in my grading, this is how I kind of graded this one. This space specifically is how I graded. There's 0 folklore, no legends. Which, can we be honest, bro? Y'all escaped a plague from a swamp to move here. Like, how do y'all not have legends? How are you not gonna have any boogeyman? Any bullshit? Like, there's nothing. I could find literally nothing interesting about like a legend or a folklore. One grocery store. Blacksmith shop closed. Can't find it on the maps. Now, I will say, you know, it's old people, but they're full of heart. You know, I think it's I'm sure they're very kind people nowadays. I'm sure it's whatever. I'm sure they have a lot of heart. They're obviously sturdy as fuck down there. It's just 2 roads. The name isn't funny. And that was a big deal to me when I thought about this. I was like, in between a couple different options. The name is so not funny. Y'all didn't even try to be funny. If you're going to have a town with no people in it, you might as well put yourself on the map because you have a weird ass name. So that brings in my ranking. I don't know if you all agree with me, but I'm going to put this down in literally never. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that that hurts some feelings. I don't think okay, don't say Sag in the chat. Don't say Sag. Okay, there's some cool stuff, but like I'm glad I researched it. It's very interesting. But there's like nothing. The Confederate town, Sag. Bro, I'm not. Y'all disagree? Where would y'all put this? We can run a poll if you want. I don't know what you guys would think. I feel like literally never. Like I wouldn't even want to drive by this, bro. I would avoid it on the map. I don't need to drive by some 70-year-olds, you know? Make a lower tier than that. I'd maybe drive by it. But what there to see though? To me, drive by it is like, there's some landmark there that's cool. There's like some history that I can tell, but there's not like history in this building. The grocery store? Yeah, man, we gotta go on a road trip. What if I did a road trip where I just go to the grocery store to like get some like fucking drinks or some shit? I get a beer and then I just drink it and then go home. But yeah, that's my ranking. I wanted to actually go on Google Maps too. Oh my God. This is Oak Hill, Alabama. That is crazy. Let's start south, I guess. Oh, am I going the right way? Welcome to Oak Hill, established in the 1830s. Yeah, I knew that. I told y'all about that. Looking for some civilization. We got our first little log cabin. Our first little log cabin here. Great architecture. I love that. Looks really sturdy. Speed zone ahead. Usually I see like children playing signs ahead, but I guess they're like begging you to go speeding. They're like, please speed through this town, guys. You don't want to stay here for long. We're almost at the intersection, guys. Are you guys excited? Oh my God, we're almost here. We have to find the grocery store, chat. We have to. Okay, but this is like kind of prime real estate though. They're in downtown. Like that's pretty fire. The grass is withered. This is that house I had a picture of, right? Oh my God, it's like decomposing. This is from 2023, so we got, oh my God, that's a grocery store. No way. Oh my God. Wait, they have Hunt Brothers Pizza. Wait, this changes everything. I would have rated them higher if I knew Hunt Brothers Pizza was there. I could have fucking cooked, man. I gotta go get this pizza. I gotta go get this fucking pizza. Pizza review stream. That would be so fire. These ladies can throw down on making pizza. Rarely do we come to Oak Hill and not get pizza. Oh, this is that post office. This is the post office that said that it was established in the year 1900. Dude, see the history? We got a history lesson. Oh my God, this is the gas station. How is gas this expensive there, bro? They're in the middle of nowhere. Chat, do you think that this was a blacksmith shop in the past? Boner? I don't think that was a blacksmith shop. What is this building? Sloppy? What the fuck? Oh, ye old shop. It looks ye closed shop. Antiques? The whole town's an antique. Nothing in here, man. How the place is falling apart. Oh, this is so sad though. I feel like this looks like The Last of Us, bro. This looks like a town in The Last of Us. Wow, man, your house looks sick.